Hey folks, it's the 20th of March 2023, 4:46 AM, Monday morning. I've been up since 11:45, since I slept for 6 hours. Medical problems again, but I move on, don't let them take over my life. Anyway, what am I doing? I am Toxic Behaviours Part 2. And yes, I am reading it best I can. So this is part of my writing part of my hobbies, but hopefully this will help somebody out. What happens when a person's lying is exposed, and usually abruptly? They or individual will always deflect the blame or pass the buck onto you or everything else, while admitting to nothing. Combined with this, also becoming aggressive, violent, with profanity to bully you to submit to their will. Some people are calm and collective and may even have prepared themselves for this, of which is not impulsive but deliberately planned tactic, basically. At this point, they, individuals, may create situations of laughter or humour to diffuse their own mental health or eliminate the seriousness of their deception and betrayal of their manipulating, grooming actions of you and everything else around you. These just some of the distractions or diversions they or individual may use. If this person is a substance abuser, then drugs, alcohol, or even food and sex will be used to get you to forget what has happened to you. But being an individual, what they do here may also reflect that too, meaning cultural society they live in. These toxic behaviours for control have no boundaries whatsoever, and I mean they don't. I'll repeat myself from part 1 in that I'm just a human being who himself and others sometimes, but I'm an individual, not a generic number and not a stereotype that can easily, that's part 2, be corrupted, to benefit someone else's agenda. I'm not perfect, which is obvious. These type of people do not like other people hanging around you or being your friend, as this gives a support base they cannot control, or it's something you yourself are using to be in control. However, this individual may already have their own support base of people who you have not even met, who tell this person or them what they, well, this person is telling their support group based on their lying deception with their interactions with you and whatever, to make themselves look like the victim, basically, or to self-victimize, which is part 3 of the toxic behaviours. And my tip is that a deception and lying are not the same, because deception can be planned, either long-term or instantly, while a lie can be a simple ego self-importance response of feeling randomly insecure, for example. So be patient, question people's behaviour to you if suspicious, if red flags are raised, especially to you, as there's some interesting individual characters out there in this world, and eventually this person then will self-destruct, but by then hopefully you have come to your senses, or to your routine, out of your routine, and come to your senses basically, and have already moved on, which is usually never the case. People in that type of relationship rarely move on that quickly. It takes a lot of emotional strength and courage to do so. Very much so. And so, toxic behaviours, part 3, self-victimising. Why, for example? Usually someone who has been without doubt exposed as a liar or deceptor, betrayer, with bullying behaviour, the worst behaviours for any type of relationship to survive, or even from a stranger whose agenda is always self-serving. Obviously, what to expect? This person will increase their trash talk of anyone as a diversion to hide what is being done by them or individual. If this does not work, then straight into behavioural change. I mean, they will change the way they move, their posture, everything. They will show how vulnerable they are of being emotionally injured, showing a false humility, even slouching their shoulders forward with their head down while avoiding eye contact to show submissiveness. Remember, none of it's real, okay? It's just a tactic. These people will not like house cameras or people with proven physical disabilities, because it's something they can't control. And as a side note, to let folks know that part of your humanity doesn't care what gender you are. It still will behave like this, regardless. So keep that in mind. Okay, instigators. I put this in the last minute because I have seen this from observation before. Instigators, or people or individuals, are usually on the sidelines. They're usually associates or friends of the people behaving this way, who will encourage this continued previous trash talk and behaviour to those involved, especially to outsiders or teenagers, as it only fuels in teenagers, which is, who believe in trash talk that defames other people. While this instigator smiles and laughs at what they have made worse. Yes, there's always got to be one or two of those around, and you can easily spot them because they're the ones not getting into any trouble or being approached in any way, because they're usually hiding in plain sight. Okay, now this is part 4 of toxic behaviours, and to extend the toxic Karen and toxic Ken theme, because, as I said, these toxic behaviours, or your humanity doesn't care about gender or your age. Age depends on how well educated you are and how well you can communicate. So obviously this is my humble opinion, and this is part 4. Workplace environment. The street slang is hierarchical power control dissociation complex. I did not hear this from anywhere, and I invented the wording myself. However, it's not to say that somebody else other than me used these logical terms from observations. So, of their experiences. Will insecurely self-compete with themselves or self-importance, as again, to create a better financial or emotional benefit created either by honesty or dishonesty, which is the same for anything. In anything I've just said, it always comes down to being honest or dishonest. It's that simple. Control tactics basically to reach their goals. Financially could mean better pay and long-term job security, or emotionally to feel safe in the job they are doing without false accusations and selfish behaviours from others, which is used to discredit you, to make them have a better advantage in what they want in their workplace. Anyway, their behaviours can be these behaviours can also extend into the martial arts world, rank belt systems, or hierarchical systems, which isn't a democracy. As people tend to create in these belief system of absolutes rather than a guide, which is what a belt system is for, regardless of what martial art is. That uses a belt system. It is a guide, it's not an absolute. And remember that saying, I want to keep it simple. That just means they want to be in control at your expense, because human beings are very, very complicated indeed. So as again I say, this is just my humble opinion from observations for the past 40 years or so. And if this can help somebody improve their quality of life, then please use it, because that's all I care about, is having a good quality of life. So thank you for watching and take care.